What is good, YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new video. The NBA trade deadline has literally just ended, and I felt like we got a lot of the big moves obviously last night. We still had quite a few moves here today, nothing too significant, but it's been a long time since we've done a Cavaliers rebuild, so I thought we could go ahead and start with one of the bigger moves today, that being a DeAndre Hunter Cleveland Cavaliers rebuild in NBA 2K25. Before we get into today's video, make sure you guys drop a like on this one and subscribe if you're new to this channel. As always, greatly appreciated. So I just got done live streaming. I was live for about 4 hours, and overall, not a great day as far as trades are concerned. Obviously, like I said, once I saw so much that happened last time with like Mark Williams, Brandon Ingram, I kind of had a feeling we were in for a letdown day, and that is exactly, unfortunately, what has happened. My controller was off. My apologies. But yeah. But like I said, one of the bigger impactful trades today to me was obviously DeAndre Hunter heading to the Cleveland Cavaliers. So it was Karis LeVert, 2 pick swaps, 3 seconds or something along the lines of that. Obviously, like Smart was traded. Beauchamp, Kevin Porter Jr. traded for each other. Bogdan was traded, and then Nurkic was traded. But like I said, this to me right here, or where is it? It's right here. So LeVert, George Nang, there was like 3 seconds involved and 2 pick swaps for obviously DeAndre Hunter was probably the biggest one, at least today. There's a lot of planned content going forward. We got to talk about Mark Williams and the Lakers. We got to do a post-Jimmy Butler Heat rebuild, maybe a new look Charlotte Hornets rebuild. There's going to be a lot of things we need to do going forward. But I thought, since I haven't done a Cavaliers rebuild in forever, I thought we could start with them. So we have Garland, Mitchell, DeAndre Hunter, Evan Mobley, Jarrett Allen, Ty Jerome, Max Strus, Okoro, and Dean Wade. Obviously, the Cleveland Cavaliers are the first in the East right now, and they've been damn good this season. So let's go ahead, simulate to the rest of year one after the Cavaliers have traded for DeAndre Hunter. And we're going to see how this team finishes out. And we're going to see if we can get this team a championship with everything that it is now, with the league being the way it is now. We'll see how this goes. So at the end of year one, Shea wins MVP. Sar is your rookie of the year. 6-man goes to Valanciunas, who just got to Sacramento. Wembanyama defensive player, and Amin Thompson most improved. Trae Young's your clutch player. Atlanta made a lot of weird moves too, and I just saw a tweet from Chris Haynes that Trae Young's future in Atlanta is becoming very murky, which makes sense. They don't have their picks, and Jalen Johnson getting hurt did not help, obviously, their scenario at all. Yeah, very, very murky future for Atlanta right now, so I could definitely see a world where Trae Young is traded, but they still don't have their picks, so I don't know how that factors in the decision, but, that's for Atlanta's issue. That will probably be another video we do eventually. But all NBA first team. Don't think we have any Cleveland Cavaliers here, which is a little disappointing. But we are the second seed in the East. So the Knicks actually passed us up. And here were your end of the season stats. So you had 22 from Donovan Mitchell, 20 from Garland, 17 from Mobley, 15 from DeAndre Hunter, and then 14.5 from Jarrett Allen, 11 from Jerome, 9 from Strus, and then 7 from Sam Merrill, 7 from Isaac Okoro. So in round one, we draw Philadelphia, who of course right now is looking out of the play-in. McCain, I guess, got healthy again. 2K made him healthy, whatever. So yeah, this will be a tough one. Obviously, having to deal with Embiid and Maxey won't be easy. Paul George is still here. They obviously have Quentin Grimes now. So let's see if we get respected by 2K in round one, and we will beat the 76ers in 6. And now we get to play Boston, which these two teams played the other night, and Boston did win. But let's go to a 9-man rotation in the postseason. I think that'd probably be best. Probably should have done that in round one, but here it is. Better late than never. Because that leaves, I guess, I don't know who that leaves our rotation. But regardless, let's see if we can beat the Boston Celtics round 2 to get to the conference finals. And wow, we swept them. And then New York actually got beat by Indiana again. So we might be in business to win a championship year number 1 after trading for DeAndre Hunter. Halliburton, Nembhard, Neesmith, Siakam, Monster, and Mathurin, and TJ McConnell. So, game 1 goes to Indiana. Is Indiana going to win the East in year 1 right here? Oh, boy, they might. We even the series. Okay, so, game 5 is going to be pretty important. If they want to start Strus, they do. Wow, that's pretty weird, but whatever. If that's what's best, 2K, I'll rock with your decision. Can we win game 5 at home in Cleveland, and then maybe... Well, we got to win this one first. Let's just talk about this game, and it's close. We are going to win. We go up 7 to win the game. Garland with 37 in the win. And now for a game 6 where now they want to start Okoro. Okay, we're just going to keep interchanging our starting small forwards, I guess. I don't know why, but that's what we're doing right now. So game 6 on the road in Indiana to avoid a game 7. Can we win a championship year 1? And we are going to... almost win game 6 to avoid a game 7 altogether. But DeAndre Hunter will now be back in the starting lineup for game 7 at home in Cleveland. Do we get it done here, or do we go home in game 7? Looks like Indiana's going to win the East in year 1. So it looked like we had a chance. I feel like there's been a lot of times lately when I've been up 3-2 and I just choke it away, man. I don't know what happens, but Timberwolves, Pacers in the finals, and the Wolves will go on to win it all. So there's no guarantee we would have beat the Timberwolves, but man, am I disappointed by losing that. I thought for sure that we had a championship in year 1 for a second, or at least we're getting out of the East, but not meant to be, I guess. On to the lottery we go, although I don't think this is really going to matter for us. So the Knicks via Washington. Obviously, a lot of those are incorrect, but Hornets get number 1 after trading away, Mark Williams and Nick Richards. So do we have a pick? Does it show that? Don't think we should. And the Jazz have our pick, which is supposed to be the correct thing, I believe. So Charlotte 1, Toronto 2, Bulls 3, Blazers 8, Wizards 5, and Nets 4. 10 are the Heat. Okay. Staff signing, Kenny Atkinson obviously has done an incredible job. In fact, if I'm Cleveland, I'd probably extend him. So let's do that right now. So like I said, extend Kenny Atkinson going forward. That way he remains the head coach. And now let's head to draft night, although this won't matter for us, obviously. But there will be more trades we can hopefully make. Is Cleveland a second apron team? I actually have no idea. It looks like we are. So we aren't going to be able to aggregate contracts, unfortunately. So it'll be a little bit tougher to keep building this roster, but I do think either Strus or Coro would be obviously the sacrifice here to try to upgrade the roster. I think we have our starting 5 going forward with, Mobley, Allen, Hunter, Garland. I mean, you could make a shakeup and trade Jarrett Allen or, Mobley. Probably wouldn't trade Mobley, obviously. Like, we could look into a Jarrett Allen trade, don't get me wrong, but I think I'm going to run it back with those 4, at least for this season, because we were so close, right? Like, I don't think I'm going to shake it up just yet, but maybe in the future we will. I'm primarily going to focus on upgrading the bench right now because this is a damn good starting 5. Do we have a draft pick? We don't. So let's just go to player options. Let's see what we got here. So player options, nothing. And then qualifying offers, Luke and Amani Bates. We can extend the offer on Amani Bates, who was once a top prospect, or at least was looked at in one way. And then I don't know what happened to him, but he did fall off. Okay. Sam Merrill, we can sign on a minimum. I don't think we have money to sign much of anything else. I guess we have a little bit of money to spend somewhere else. So what do we truly... Oladipo, that's a name I've seen in a while. The Craig Porter Jr., Jalen Tyson is someone that does go up. So Tyson probably could be our backup 3 next year. So Strus and Okoro, to me, feel a little more expendable. Dean Wade, and then we don't really have a backup center. So I think, to me, the main focus would be trying to trade Okoro and Strus for, like, any kind of value we can recuperate, because Jalen Tyson, I think, will be ready to play this year. That's kind of my hope. And then, can we bring Ty Jerome back as well? I don't know if we're able to, but it doesn't look like it's given us the ability to re-sign him, which is really disappointing because losing him is going to suck. Yeah, that stings a lot. So we'll figure it out, though. I am going to make some moves here, hopefully with Okoro and Strus's contract. We'll see if we can get anything of value to pop up, though. So yeah, the first trade we're going to do is going to be with the Chicago Bulls, where we get Jalen Smith. I actually like this one a lot. We need a backup center, and Jalen Smith is 25 years old and can back up Jarrett Allen. Now, I'm going to remove the first. I don't think the first need to be in this trade at all. So just do a Okoro in 2 seconds for Jalen Smith, and they do agree. So we get Jalen Smith to be our new backup center, which I do like that a lot. Last year, let's see what he was doing on the season, 8 and 5. So he'll be a nice serviceable backup, which I'll take. And now I'm probably going to be looking into trading Strus away. There's also Dean Wade's salary that could be traded too for $6 million. I don't know what that would get us, but we can at least look into it. So Julian Phillips in a second could be intriguing if he were to go up in overall, but more than likely we won't see a jump in overall if I had to guess. KJ Martin making a little too much money. Cody Martin, Thibault, and then yeah. So nothing's here, but we will look at a Strus trade to see if we can make something happen there at least. So I actually like this trade a lot from Washington, where we get Corey Kispert. He's only 26 years old. We trade 2 seconds. This one's also intriguing too, where we get Lonzo Ball, not going to lie. But I think I'm going to go for Corey Kispert. So we're going to do Strus in 2 seconds for Corey Kispert. We are following... I mean, we could also trade that first round pick that we have left. Although this might be one of the first that's supposed to go to Atlanta. It says it's a swap with the Timberwolves. But... again, I'm not 100% sure, but it looks like they'll do this. So we're going to go ahead and make that trade happen, where Kispert gets sent to us for 2 seconds, giving us a better bench, which is kind of what I was hoping for. So we need Craig Porter and we need Jalen Tyson to develop, basically. And we're going to run this core back. So that's kind of what our what we are relying on. But we do need to probably spend money on a different player too, just in case. So power forward would be my preferred. But I do see Tristan da Silva out here for whatever reason. I have no idea why he's here, but that's probably who we're gonna go after. So don't know why. Oh, we can't re-sign him. Never mind. So may have been waived, only re-signed his current value. So for whatever he says, we can't get him. That's fine. Okay. Power forward. So there's Robert Covington. There's Trey Lyles. So I guess we could take Trey Lyles on a minimum and bring him in, and we bring in Sam Merrill as well. I would have loved to have brought in Ty Jerome too, but unfortunately, it's not allowing me to do that. So that really does suck because he would have been a massive keep around here, but unfortunately can't make it happen. So it is what it is. That is the offseason we just had. So that is what we needed to do. Luke is back. We do have Mitchell regressing, Garland regressing, and Jarrett Allen regressing. Tyson is up like we wanted. Kispert's up, and Hunter is still an 82, which is great. Craig Porter up to a 75, which is helpful too. So our bench still a little bit weak, but getting Jalen Smith and Corey Kispert, I think, are really two solid additions for us. But we shall see what 2K thinks of the rotation going into year 2. Almost made it to the finals last year, so I think there is a great chance we could do that potentially again. So proficiency under Kenny Atkinson is at a pace and space. Can it be a 4.5 anywhere else? No. So we will go ahead and leave it at a pace and space, clearly. So it's Garland, Mitchell, Hunter, Mobley, Allen, Corey Kispert, Jalen Smith, Jalen Tyson, and Craig Porter Jr. I like it. I think this is a solid team once again. Obviously, a lot of the pieces are already here. Mitchell's shot tendency being on a 71 is an absolute travesty. What are we doing in that scenario, 2K? I don't get that at all. So obviously, we want Mitchell and to be the lead scorer here. So let's go even higher on that. And then Garland, probably the second guy, obviously, to be that kind of scorer. And then Mobley can be like, yeah, something like that. A little disappointed by what 2K had that as. That's crazy to me, but whatever. I guess that's how 2K rocks. So I will see you guys at the end of year 2. Expectations are obviously very high again. If we fail this year, we might have to look into trading Jarrett Allen away. But I'm kind of hoping that that's not a problem and we can go on to win a championship this year. So far, we're off to a little bit of a rough start, but I'm assuming we'll eventually click and things will be on a nice little trajectory as we're getting a win streak going. So I'll see y'all at the end of year 2. So at the end of year number 2, Shea is your MVP, Cooper Flagg, Rookie of the Year in a Charlotte Hornets uniform, which Hornets probably deserve that. RJ Barrett, 6th-man Wemby defensive player. Stats are most improved, and Luka is your clutch player in an LA jersey, and Greg Popovich, Coach of the Year in a Spurs, or for the Spurs, and then Executive of the Year going to Joe Royce. So yeah, feeling pretty good, obviously, about seeing Executive of the Year for Cleveland. Do we get Mitchell on here now after pushing a shot tendency up? No, unfortunately, we do not. All defensive first team. Evan Mobley makes it, though, which is nice. And we do get Jarrett Allen making all defensive second team. So preferably, we don't trade either of them because obviously both of them hold value. But if we win a championship this year, then, you know, I don't know. I can't really say anything about trading either one of them. But here are your player stats. So you had 24 from Mitchell, 23 from Garland. Okay, 17 from Mobley, 13 from Allen, 11.5 from Hunter, 10 from Kispert, 9 from Jalen Smith, and 7 from Jalen Tyson, and 6 from Craig Porter. So very, very solid all around. But we draw the Knicks in round 1, which is a very uncomfortable round 1 matchup. New York is not really what I had in mind. These two teams met up in round 1 like years ago, and we all remember how it went. New York beat the Knicks pretty easily when a lot of people thought Cleveland was... I said New York beat the Knicks easily. New York beat the Cavs easily when Cleveland thought... when people thought Cleveland was going to win that series. So, I don't know. Maybe we can change that around and beat them this time. And we are going to beat them in 7. Damn, that was a lot closer than I really wanted it to have been. But game 7, now I get to play the Pacers, who beat us last year. James Wiseman got sent to the Raptors. Apparently, I didn't update that, so now I get to play him in the final, or sorry, in the second round. So let's even get back to the conference finals again. I'm gonna click select current round and see what happens. So we're up 3-1. Don't blow a 3-0 lead, please. We beat them in 5. Okay, back to the conference finals again. Nice. San Antonio, Minnesota on the other side. We played Boston last year, didn't we? And we beat them pretty easily. So I don't know if that's gonna happen again though, because it is Boston. They're up 1-0. They're up 2-0. Oh boy, 2-1. Do we even the series though? Yes, we do. So it looked pretty bleak there for a second, but now we're back in it. Now there's 2 games in TD Garden, so it won't be easy. But we will simcast game 5 on the road and see if we can't steal this one and go home with an advantage. And they had the lead for a second, and they take it back. Man, I thought we were about to escape with that. Are you about to go to the conference finals twice in a row just to lose, man? We force a game 7. Let's see. Game 7 is not happening. 2 conference finals in a row just to lose. So one to Indiana. That was probably our chance last year. Man, that gives me a lot of questions. So Timberwolves go on to win it all. Anthony Edwards is your finals MVP. Okay. Well, that leaves me at a pause. What do we do next? Like, if we can't, I don't know. That definitely leaves me all concerned. Okay, so always this is the offseason where all the picks are just so damn wrong. It's so annoying, dude. That, like, right now, I will tell you that 2K's picks, like, I really hope and pray that 2K updates all the picks ever traded at this deadline. But I got a lot to fix, and then we got to really consider what we're doing. Are we about to trade Jarrett Allen away? Might have to. His money jumps up to 28 million. That would be my guess, but it would have to make sense for us to do it. Like, we can't just trade him for nothing. It would have to be a really good player to get. We'll see though. I'm gonna go fix a lot of these picks, and then we'll evaluate what Jarrett Allen could maybe get us on the open market if we do make that decision. So I went ahead and fixed the picks, and I did search a Jarrett Allen trade, and I didn't really see anything yet. Now, I don't even know if we're supposed to have this 2026 pick. I'm pretty sure we're not supposed to. So I'm actually just going to go ahead and send this to Atlanta. So I'm going to be safe than sorry, but I'm pretty sure this was in the DeAndre Hunter trade. So yeah, I'm going to get rid of that. But Jarrett Allen trades, and Guy is also not supposed to be on our roster. I had to send him in there to make the trade work in 2K. But Craig Porter and Tyson will be accepted. And then Luke is, we'll extend the offer on him, I guess. So to me, the only path we have to improving is, in fact, we're going to, give Dean Wade a minimum contract to bring him back too. But I guess we have the ability to sign a good bench player. Like Mogbo being here is actually kind of nice. You know what? If we can get Mogbo and don't have to, let's not even worry about Dean Wade. Give me Mogbo. Like, sure, we'll do that. So Mogbo is a nice addition to the team right now. And that's just a minimum, I think. So we can still sign a good player like Caruso or something. But the only path to me that we have to, like, really changing things up is, well, getting Mogbo is nice, like I said. But it's a Jarrett Allen trade. And I just didn't really see anything that stuck out. So let's go to player progression right now. And let's see what, like I said, a Jarrett Allen trade is, like, the only thing. So I'm going to stay on day 11 of free agency and see what things are looking at now. So Jarrett Allen, if we traded him, we can get Bobby Portis and Spencer Dinwiddie. To me, that doesn't solve anything. Ty Jerome and Nick Richards. I wish we could have kept Ty Jerome, but 2K, I don't know if Cavs have his bird rights in real life. They must not. 2K says they didn't. So that doesn't do anything for me. Zubac wouldn't really change anything about this roster. This one's interesting, but we can't do it because we're aggregating salaries. But Jalen Johnson makes a little bit more money, so we can't actually do that. Floware, Wiggins, okay. Miles Bridges, no. Walker Kessler, no. Malik Monk, Reeves, Goga Badadste, Gafford, Nolan Traore, Claxton, Christian Brown. Murray, no. Jalen Duren, no. RJ, no. Şengün, probably not. Ryan Dunn, Anthony Simons, Kamara. This is intriguing, but no. And then Chris Middleton. So yeah, like, again, I'm not seeing anything that sticks out at me that, like, yeah, we need to jump on that. So we might be running it back again, and we maybe evaluate at the trade deadline depending on how the team is doing. And then Jarrett Allen is still the guy that I would move out of here. Although we maybe could look at trading Garland away too. Like, I guess it all depends, man, because we've been to the conference finals twice, obviously trying to get over the hump and go win a championship, but we haven't been able to do that. So for this third season, we'll really have to explore. Is it worth sending one of our core pieces out of here for a change of, a different change? I don't know. That will be interesting to ask ourselves, but that's where we're at right now. And I think we are over the second apron still, so we really can't aggregate contracts. So yeah, well over it. And it's tough. But Garland, Mitchell, Hunter, Mobley, Allen, like the same starting five as usual, obviously. Same bench. Craig Porter's out of rotation because Mogbo's in it now. So we'll see how it goes. Proficiency is still 4.5, so that's good. But I will either see y'all at the deadline or at the end of year 3. Hopefully at the deadline there is a trade on the table that we like. If not, we'll be trying to make it work for a third time in a row. So at the end of year 3, we did not make a trade at the deadline. The team was doing really good, and I'm just going to try it for a third time. But I will say, if we lose here, I was actually close to doing something. There was something on the table that I was considering. Decided against it, but if we lose here, I probably will end up doing it for a 4th attempt at a championship. But we're the first team in the East. I do think the development of, like Jalen Tyson has helped here. 24 from Mitchell, 23 from Garland, 18 and 11 from Mobley, 12 from Jalen Tyson. Like I said, he is slowly developing for us, which has been great. Hunter, which we extended. We extended Jalen Smith, Corey Kispert. I don't know if he was extension eligible, but he's a free agent this offseason. Or no, he has a team option, which we'll accept those. Mogbo just got him on a minimum. But I would love for a third time to be a charm and we just go win it here. We draw Charlotte, which they have LaMelo, Brandon Miller, Cooper Flag, Dalton Connect off the bench. Damn, this is a good-looking team. Charlotte has... This is kind of a scary AFC, not going to lie. I'm a little intimidated, honestly. LaMelo Ball, are you about to eliminate me in round 1? I hope not. We'll see, though. Somebody come around against Charlotte, and we will... I told y'all, I had a feeling looking at that Hornets team, we could be in trouble, and I think we might be. So, Jalen Tyson's going to start for this game 6. Are we going to go home in round 1? That would be the cherry on the top. Because we've been to the conference finals twice. Oh, gosh, Charlotte is giving us some issues here. Don't lose hope. And okay, so we're going to win game 6, but going back home to a game 7, hopefully we do win. But Charlotte is giving us some scary thoughts here. It looks like we are going to win, though, as long as we don't let them back in it, and we do. Okay, so the very early scare, but we get back to the second round. We play the Knicks, so we'll see if we can beat them. We've had our history of battles with them so far. So here goes nothing against New York. Then we come around against New York, and we'll be up 3-0. Okay, and now we sweep them. Okay, so Charlotte gave us more problems than the Knicks did, which is wild. All right, well, third time is a charm in the conference finals, but Toronto, of course, has built themselves a squad. We'll see how this goes. Minnesota and San Antonio on the other side. Ooh, somebody come around, did not mean to do that, but we're up 3-0, actually. I meant to go game by game, but do we blow a 3-0 lead? Please don't. Please don't do it to me, 2K. I can't live with the 3-0 lead being blown right now. Oh, my goodness. Are we going to do it? Please hang on to the lead right now. Game 6. They're close. Oh, gosh. No, I think we're hanging on. Okay. We don't blow a 3-0 lead. We are in the finals finally. I thought about trading Jarrett Allen. I was like, you know what? The team's doing good. Not going to. But instead, we draw the Spurs, who no longer have De'Aaron Fox. They have James Harden instead. But they did sign Jaren Jackson to give themselves a damn good defensive front court. But obviously, we match up well with Allen and Mobley. So we'll see how it goes, though, man. I thought we were about to blow a 3-0 lead. Oh, that would have been brutal. All right, game 1. Respect to the Spurs, so we'll go game by game here. Game 1 goes to San Antonio. We lose by 1. Game 2, they're up 2-0. We lose by 1 again. Did we even the series, though? No, we're down 3-1. Okay, well, damn. All right, well, let's see if we can't come back from 3-1. San Antonio's probably not going to allow that to happen if I had to guess, but you never know. Close game 6. Do we get the lead? And we do. Okay, so we win game 6 or game 5. Now for a game 6 at home in Cleveland. Can we force a game 7? That would be awesome if we could do that after being down 3-1. Looks good right now, but they are getting closer. Oh my goodness, we stole the end. Who did it? Who did it for us? Who did it for us? Box score or play-by-play? Where is it? Mitchell hit a game winner at the buzzer. Wow, what a shot. Okay, we did all that so we can win game 7, right? Like, there's no way we just did all that just to lose. We got to win game 7 now. Blow them out. We took their energy out of them. They thought they had the win. Come on, get back in this. Game 7 to win a championship. Oh my gosh, it's going to be close, though. We have a nice little lead. 10-point lead. Hang on to it. Don't let it go. Don't let it go. It's going to be... No, I think we might have done it, guys. We were down 3-1 and hit a game-winning 3, and we are going to win a championship with this Cavaliers core. That was as close as it can get. Garland is your Finals MVP. I don't know, man. Mitchell may have deserved that after what he just did. That was a crazy... I wish we could have seen that live, but obviously, you know, if I jumped in, it probably wouldn't even have happened. But with that, I'm going to end it there, guys. I thought about trading Jarrett Allen, but there was no need. Jalen Tyson developing enough. Signing Mobo seemed to solve all of our issues. So thank you all for watching. I will see y'all in the next one. A lot of content coming up in the next few days. Make sure you're out on the lookout for it. This is Crushables. I'm saying peace. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you click here to watch another video that I know you'll love.